Salutations, viewers, I'm Sir Bookwriter, and I'm on a race against the calendar to beat all 96 of my 200cc time trial runs before the year ends. Last time, we told DS Mario Circuit to take a hike, and then rolled 93, putting us on Madrid Drive. Madrid Drive is the first track of the Spiny Cup, released in Wave 6 of the Booster Course Pass, and the third Tour City track of this project. It's also one of a handful of tracks where the background music actually changes depending on where you are. I could have talked about this in the Music Park video, but here the instrumentation actually changes, instead of on Music Park, where a single instrument playing a scale is added. If for some reason you ever feel worthless in life, just know you could always be the museum variant of Madrid Drive, especially the Final Lap version, which exists but is literally inaccessible in-game. As expected, the record history is quite literally 99% Spain, with a bit of US at the beginning and some France at the end. Unexpectedly, Genzua held the majority of records here, holding his own against Alberto until February. Army would then swoop into the battle, but none of his records would last more than a day before Alberto would get back on top. This includes the current record, where Alberto beat Army by a staggering— hey, whoa, wait a minute now. This is the first world record tie we'll be covering for this project. Ties are treated specially in this game, as if a run is decently strong enough, both participants will agree to just stay there. It's always interesting to watch near-identical runs side by side, trust me, I know. So let's watch both of these runs and see how this ended up happening. The duo begins with a search room. Big surprise. They do an SMT, then an MT, then a UMT in the first street section before drifting up the stairs into the Wiggler Plaza. The devs finally mostly got stairs right by Wave 6, so they're not a factor of luck here. The pair charge a UMT around the tables and do a couple quick more empties before entering the— what exactly is this place? Huh, they actually recreated it pretty well. Neat. After entering the station, the two swing wide and shroom through this off-road patch, chaining into a UMT. They then do an MT trick over this curb, then trick again into the museum. There's no time to admire the paintings, as one quick empty is all that has room to happen here before we're back out on the main road and ending lap 1. During the lap transition, there are a series of hops, which baffled me at first when I saw this, as I assumed just doing an empty would be faster. I asked Alberto about it, and this was his response. Under the bridge, the duo charge an SMT, then an MT and trick into the Thwomp Market. After safely MT tricking out, they enter the Wiggler Plaza again and drift through this small gap in the tables. The two hit an MT, then an SMT, alignment hop, MT, drift off the boost panel, and hold all the way to the glider for another SMT and some motion over the pond. They trick off the geyser, then barely clear this fence and shroom through the off-road. Doing a normal drift would result in the player flying far out to the right, so a left hop is all that's needed to realign from the shroom. After that and a couple of tricks, we enter the final lap. Lap 3 starts out the same as lap 2, except now this big turn is held even longer for a UMT. Neither record holder has any shrooms left for this grass patch, so they SMT around it instead. 2 MTs and a trick later, we enter Estadio de Futbol. The two skillfully navigate around the Shumbas and the giant soccer balls, MT trick through the goal, and back out onto the main road. One more SMT, and then we see the biggest difference between these two runs, the ending animation. Despite setting a world record, Alberto's Luigi does the losing animation. This is because he was racing Army's Ghost when he set this, and technically speaking, tying the Ghost is not beating it. The only other way to get this phenomenon is to race a cheated run. Speaking of beating Ghosts, I've got my own to take down, so let's get on with it. Okay, Madrid Drive. This is gonna be an experience. It's technically not a Yoshi pipe frame track because it uses Kamek, but still, it's a pipe frame track. I think my time here is from like day 3 or 4 of Wave 6. This thing's pretty old. There have been some strats developed since then. Actually, wait, hang on. I think record uses Varmint now. Actually. I want to use City Tripper, though. Ooh, this is This is a tough dilemma. I think I'm going to go with Varmint, though. I'm going to go with Varmint. That is Wee Rainbow Road. Okay. This time is definitely very easily improvable. Within a quarter of a second of all my splits after how long have I been playing? Less than 10 minutes. You know, this time definitely shows that it's an old one. I don't know why, for some reason, I took that corner like I was in lap 2. Well, that's unfortunate. That was a good section. I gotta stop releasing... I gotta start starting that drift. I gotta stop starting that drift so early. This isn't 150cc. On 200, I haven't played this track since I set that previous time, but on 150, I've played it a lot in Lounge. It is amazing just how much landing in a slide there saves over restarting your drift. I hit a wall. Getting closer. I think if I hadn't hit the wall or missed the SMT in lap 3, like, there were two factors that prevented me from getting the PB. If one of them hadn't happened, I would have improved. Ah well, we're getting a lot closer to striking distance. That was a good shroom. I didn't want to break there. I also released that UMT way early. Still a chance, somehow. Not quite.
there are definitely some parts where my PB flops. But there's some parts where I'm flopping, like, mainly that UMT in lap 3. Why is this little lip counted as off-road? That's lame. Interesting recovery. It's doable. It's so close. Oh, it just barely bonked the wall and that cost it. Ugh. I tried to squeeze out that SMT faster. Oh. I hit the wall. That somehow ended up working out still. Alright. 0.2 improvement. That lap 2 felt not as good as that, but I will gladly take that. I lost 0.1 in lap 3 from bonking the wall. At least 0.1 from bonking the wall. I'm gonna keep going. Mainly because of that bonk. Don't run into the shoe. Thank you. Oh, come on! This little thing right here. Man. Okay, how much do I actually lose from this wall bonk? A lot. Good to know. Yeah, good to know. I lose a lot from that wall bonk. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore, but still. Nice lap 2. Or no, nice lap 3. Kind of actually poop lap 2. That wasn't a good shroom. I got carried by a strat I didn't know existed until now. Apparently just doing an MT into an MT trick into the soccer stadium is faster. And the reason why is because of the line you get. You know, if you charge an SMT, you go so wide. Whereas MT, you can stay tight. And also, it helps that I didn't bonk the wall in lap 1, but I got a bad shroom in lap 2. So I'm gonna keep going. That's a wall. That wasn't a particularly good shroom, and I'm down a coin, but, it's doable. Oh no. I missed the MT for the MT trick, and that's what cost me. I had run into the wall, and you still missed me. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a shoe. I fumbled that lap 3 on several levels. I did not deserve to improve there. Darn. The coin difference and also the entrance to soccer stadium was how I botched that one. Man. Oh, I want to keep going so badly. But I think I'm out of time, so I'm gonna end it here. Made some good progress. And hey, this track, upon completion, marks 1/4 done with this project. It's October. Please help me.
Alright, Madrid Drive is done. And hey, we're now 1/4 of the way through the project. I'm actually pretty happy that we even got this far, considering how we started. Alright, first track of the second quarter. What is it? We just played that one. 17, Moo Moo Meadows. It's fine by me.